Hello everybody, Paradoxil here. Today we are back with another video, I think episode or video 5 of our Python tutorial series. Anyways, in this video we are going to go over some more with classes, but today we get to do something a little bit fun. We get to make a simple regular calculator with just 4 main functions: add, subtract, multiply, divide, etc. And we're going to do that using inputs and our classes. Anyways, in our last video, we introduced ourselves to classes and conditionals. In this episode, we're going to go over pretty much the same thing, except we're going to make something pretty cool out of it. Now, I feel like I'm going to use this again for a later video, so I'm going to go ahead and just create a new file, and we're just going to name it calc.py. This, I already have an actual file of that I work on my own time. So this, what we're going to be doing on here today, I will delete later because it's pretty much going to be the exact same copy as this. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to just create a new class, and we're going to call that class calculator. Inside this class, we're going to go ahead and give it a new definite function, pass in self, and then we're just going to go ahead and pass, because we don't need to add anything in that block since we're not doing anything with arguments. If you remember our last video, we had to add stuff in here because we had 3 positional arguments that was required. In this one, we do not need those, so we're going to go ahead and make a new addition function. We're going to name the function add, and then we're going to go ahead and create 2 new variables. The first, we're going to go ahead and make the print function. Inside these parentheses or headers, we're going to go ahead and just put x plus y. This doesn't actually do anything. You don't even really need it. It's just if anyone else is using your program, it basically gives them a formula that they will follow. So after that, we're going to go ahead and create 2 new variables, x and y. So we're going to make these both input variables. After that, we're going to go ahead and put strings in them, and we're just going to do enter x ... And then here we're going to do enter y ... After that, we're going to go ahead and print out a brand new thing for our answer. We're just going to put answer in strings, colon, and then we're going to go ahead and click the left or the right arrow and then put a comma outside the strings. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do int integer value of x, then an addition sign, and then integer value of y. And the reason we put the integer values of x and y, the reason why we put int in front of both of these, is because if we don't, it will not add, because the input will just be seen as strings rather than integers, or also known as numbers. And meanwhile, in the string will be a number. The program does not know that it's actually a number unless we put the integer value in front of it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and run this. Actually, we are not going to go ahead and run this because I forgot to do one important thing. And now, I'm going to go ahead and... let's see. Oh, I need to figure out what I did in this other one. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just copy and paste this again. 3 more times, actually. And this one is going to do subtract. multiply and divide. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just space these out some. Now, all we have to do is just change the signs. Put an asterisk there, an asterisk here, and then for divide, we're gonna put a slash there and a slash here. That's pretty much all we needed to do. Now we're gonna go ahead and make our conditionals. To do that, we're gonna go ahead and leave the class block. And you know what? Let's make this a while loop, because why not? You don't want to have to rerun the program every time you do your functions. So every time you put in input, you don't want to restart the program and redo it again. So we're going to make it a while true loop so it is running indefinitely. Anyways, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and write conditionals. Or actually, we're going to go ahead and create a choice conditional. So choice, or not conditional, sorry, choice input. Anyways, choice is going to be type add again, and then subtract, and then multiply, and then divide, and press enter to continue. After that, we're going to go ahead and make a conditional. We're going to make 4 conditionals. If choice is equal to the string value of add, or choice equal to the string value of add with a small letter a. Excuse me. Then we're going to go ahead and call calculator dot add. And now we're going to do the exact same thing, except with all the other functions. So subtract, or well, with a big or small s, because we don't want to be case sensitive. Oh shoot, I'm messing everything up. Alright, multiply. And then finally, for the division. Excuse me. Anyways, now that that's done, we can go ahead and run the program, and it'll give us this input, and we're just going to go ahead and select add, and it's going to give us x plus y, so it's going to enter our x. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter x as 12, and we're going to enter y as 20, or y as 8, so we get to 20. So we got 12 and 8, and it gives our answer 20, and we can try subtract 20 minus 8, and the answer is 12. Now we're going to go ahead and just try some multiplication. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do, let's see, 5 times 5, get 25, and divide 6 divided by 3, and the answer is 2. The reason why we get a 0.0 at the end of every division answer is because in Python, anything that's divided commonly comes out as decimal. So it'll just automatically put that decimal there. There is a way to remove it, but it's honestly not all that important unless you want your program to look consistent all around. But let's be honest here, it doesn't really matter. And I'm pretty sure you can also do this with decimals. So let's say I wanted to add 10 and plus 5.75, and then we get an error. The reason why this is because it is an integer value rather than a float value. Now to do this, all we have to do is just change all of these to floats. Because floats are just basically integers, but they allow decimals to be used. This is something you want to make, or want to use in a more complex calculator that uses decimals. So now that we did that, it should allow us to do... And there we go, we get 15.75. So changing that int to a float allowed us to be able to utilize decimals without running into a value error. Now, you might be wondering, what if we try to divide by 0 using Python? Well, we're going to find out. So if we do 10 divided by 0, we're going to get a 0 division error. Now, a cool thing we can do with that, which I want to get into more in a later video, is we could copy and paste that error name. And then what we can do is we can add a try block right here, which is another conditional, by the way, I'm pretty sure of. So take try, then accept 0 division error, print, cannot divide by 0. And now if we try to run the program again, divide 10 divided by 0, and it'll give us an error saying cannot divide by 0, rather than throwing us that entire 0 division error with all the lines of code and whatnot. Basically, try and exception blocks allow you to handle errors. And we'll get into that in a later video. But for now, this is pretty much it for this video. I think next video we're going to get a little more in-depth into other things, while also adding more to this calculator app that we're going to make with using terminal-based commands. Anyways, that just about does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed a lot, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to tell me in the comments. If you have any more suggestions, again, tell me in the comments what you'd like to see or know. I'm going to start doing more longer code marathon videos, so if you'd like to see that, definitely let me know. I would love to do those with you guys. But so far, that's just about it for this video. I know it was very short, but there wasn't much to get into, just besides making a calculator using classes and while loops and if statements and inputs. So I pretty much put all of our last 4 videos together into one, and this is what we've made out of that. Anyways, if you guys really enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.